Off the pitch, it's gone completely terribly. On the pitch, it has too.
Sometimes the grass ain't greener.
Upton Park was always a big fortress for us. Teams didn't like coming to Upton Park.
It was a dungeon, man. That chicken, man, used to go off.
A lot of the times, we won games, in my opinion, just based off the atmosphere.
I'm 18 with a bullet.
It wasn't just the bowling ground, it was the area itself, it was Upton Park. It was almost East London in a nutshell.
When you're walking down Upton Park, people everywhere in a really tight space, a lot of singing going on.
All you see when you look down the hill going towards the ground is just a sea of claret and blue. So many of our fans.
I missed that, man. I missed the walk from the car to the pub. That's before we even get to the stadium.
You get inside the ground and it's the same thing. You feel that sense of happiness because everyone's there at the bowling.
Just there next to the away fans, giving it to them from start to finish.
Being really, really close to the pitch was what made the atmospheres really special at the bowling ground.
I'm gonna pull it. I'm a super soldier.
That last Blown Bubbles was nuts. Like, everyone was singing and everyone was literally shaking and going crazy.
Because normally you get parts of the ground that sing all game, but you get parts of the ground that are quiet. That day, it really felt as if everyone was behind the team. Because we knew it was the last ever one, we had to make the most of our last ever time at the bowling ground. If it weren't for the atmosphere that day, Winston Reid wouldn't have got that final goal in the last minute. You hear all the time about how the fans are the 12th man, and it's never been more evident than that last day at the bowling. No matter what we do, we're never going to play the bowling ground again. Once we make that decision, there's no turning back.
Yeah, when you leave a stadium, they don't just leave it there. You go and visit, it just goes. They knock it down, they build other things.
Once you've lost your home, you've lost your identity. And clearly, that's what's been happening.
I'll be honest with you, when I heard we were moving, I thought, good.
If we want to progress past the levels we've done in recent years, we need to make more money. Filling up a stadium that's 60,000 instead of 35 allows us to make more.
You can count on one hand the amount of major trophies West Ham have won. So there was that whole lure of wanting to be a bit more successful.
The future could be very bright, and that stadium is a massive part of that future.
There've been teething problems both on and off the pitch.
It's all different, mate. It's really different, I'm telling you.
The stuff that they should be doing right that has nothing to do with football, they haven't even got that bit right.
I come out of Stratford, you just see a shopping centre and you get directed either one way or another. It's basically either you're a football fan or you go shopping.
There's an actual sign saying Westfield Shoppers, West Ham United. So it's almost like, on the one hand, they want the club to be here and they want the club to be some corporate machine that fits in with the rest of this. But they don't want the fans there, they don't want us here.
Around the outside of the stadium, it might as well be like a food market. But let's keep it traditional. Hot dogs, burgers, chips. There's no pie and mash, like, are you kidding me?
The burger vans and that went up Green Street, they weren't allowed to move to the Olympic Stadium. So instantly, those, as soon as we moved, they've all gone.
There's Domino's outside the ground now. For the football fan that ain't a football fan, they're happy. They can come to a football stadium and get some pizza. I don't want no flipping pizza. I want hot dogs and burgers, you know what I mean?
When you get there, it's just not the same. It's not the same people. It's not the same vibe around the stadium.
There's so much that goes on that pisses me off before I even get to the stadium. Then I get to the stadium.
The seats aren't even claret and blue.
I couldn't tell you where our main fans are sitting. I don't know.
Anyone tries to start a chant, all you hear is that one guy trying really hard for a couple seconds and then just leaving it, just giving up.
It's become a tourist attraction.
The atmosphere is very sanitized and you feel that on the pitch, the players feel that on the pitch. The one thing we were told about the Olympic Stadium was that, it's not as gritty, but we'll be safe, you can take your kids here. That hasn't happened either. There's much more violence here than there is at the bowling.
There needs to be a police presence at a stadium of that size. Players just haven't quite worked out how to play on the pitch that size.
We don't feel at home, the players don't feel at home, the fans don't feel at home.
It doesn't feel like a home of a East London club who prides themselves on their tradition.
And I think that's the reason we've been struggling a lot. It's almost like we're going to play 38 away games this year. I work with a few people that did want the move, and I've heard of other fans that did want the move, they wanted the ambition, and a lot of them feel let down.
If we don't win games, it's never going to work. We have to win games for the fans to enjoy it and see it as our home, and for the team to really progress.
To improve where we are, one, move the pitch closer. I don't know how they're going to do it, but move the pitch closer.
We need to make this our home. We can't be playing games where the players don't feel like they're playing at home in front of their own fans. And to make them feel welcome, the only way to do that is to recapture the atmosphere.
We know you want to make money. We're happy paying money to go and watch our team, yeah? If these other people don't want to pay the money to watch our team at this beautiful stadium, just leave them. We'll have 40,000 there, rather than the extra 10,000 people wearing Man United bags and Arsenal shirts that I've seen.
On the pitch, it's up to the manager of the players to sort themselves out. Off the pitch, let us support the team. Let us get behind the team, let us stand up, let us sing. And yeah, if they do that genuinely, this place could feel at home.
What's the one thing you need to do to make it all better?
Win fucking games, that's it. That's all we have to do, we have to win games. It's the only way you can make it any better.